going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for back-to-back streams. That's right, back-to-back streams. Who says we're not working hard here on the transfer content? Today we're going to be just having a dip through transfer deadline day, and rather than just speaking about Manchester City, we're literally going to go out there and have a look at everything that's happening in the Premier League when it comes to transfers on deadline day, because quite frankly, I find it interesting and it's fun. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So thank you very much to everybody for tuning in. Much appreciated. Ethan, thanks for tuning in. Jouton as well. Enjoy your holiday. Thank you very much for tuning in. Much appreciated. MCFR, thank you for tuning in as well. Much appreciated. Thank you to everybody that has tuned in so far. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new around here. Social media links and everything there all in the description if you want to go and check them out. Do leave your thoughts as well in the live chat whilst we're streaming. So pretty much all we're going to do is we're going to go and head on to the live forums that's been happening for these transfers, and there's a lot of interesting stuff going on out there. There's a lot of panic buying as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and have a dip around that and see what is happening from there. So what we're going to do is we're going to head on to Sky Sports. I think it's normally my good go-to when it comes to transfers. We're going to go on to their forum and see what is happening from that on there. So we're going to work this chronologically because I think that's probably the easiest way of going about it. And they started their forums up at 6 a.m. this morning. It's now 5:21 p.m., nearly 12 hours later, 11 hours. There you go. They started getting the ball rolling for their transfer content. Firstly, starting off with Liverpool set to sign Ryan Gravenberch from Bayern Munich, a bit part player at Bayern Munich, set to sign him for £34 million, which is a lot of money to be spending, but that's a deal that Liverpool were looking to get done. You've got Sergio Reguilon, who's set to sign for Manchester United. They were really interested in Marc Cucurella from Chelsea to try and bring him in instead of settled on Sergio Reguilon instead. I know that transfer has gone through since then as well. You've got Callum Hudson-Odoi, who was closing in on a move to Nottingham Forest from Chelsea. Gets to about 9 a.m. and you start getting all the confirmed transfers from there. As we all know that Manchester United are continuing to try and sign Amrabat from Fiorentina as well. So really, we've got the ball rolling. See Divock Origi mentioned, Scott McTominay getting mentioned. I mean, that'll be really interesting if he does end up signing for Fulham. could make his debut tomorrow potentially against Manchester City. We'll speak more about Mo Salah as well because that's really interesting. So we'll just get straight to around 9 a.m. when we start getting the first confirmed transfers out there. So Bella Kotchap set to stay at Southampton. There we go. It's going to be a championship for him until at least January after a move to Borussia Dortmund. Just contemplate that for a second. Imagine you've got to continue in the championship now for the season after you're set to move to Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League. Just digest that for a moment. Really do digest that one, as Bayern Munich in talks with Chelsea over Trevor Chalobah as well. Chelsea have got so many players, haven't they? I know this Pelina transfer I'm keeping an eye on because we've got Fulham tomorrow. It's are they or aren't they with Bayern Munich at the moment in time for that. So Gravenberch, so we start to get the ball rolling around 8 a.m. Gravenberch arrived in Liverpool ahead of his medical. Brentford's Nathan Young-Coombs is going to be heading out on loan. He was on loan at AFC Wimbledon last year. Apparently Toshin Adara-Bio, former City man, proposed move to Fulham in the balance, as well as David Klaassen goes to Inter Milan from Ajax, according to the ever-reliable Fabrizio Romano, as Divock Origi flying to the UK with Burnley and Nottingham Forest holding talks with Divock Origi. It's the first time I've had a chance to look at these transfers, so I literally don't know what actually is happening when it comes to these transfers. I do know all about the Ansu Fati joining Brighton and Hove Albion. There's always a surprise transfer that gets put out there. Always a surprise transfer. And I think that just happens to be that surprise transfer, isn't it? Which is interesting, to say the least, shall we say. So, Manchester City's Taylor Harwood-Bellis got the ball rolling in terms of confirmed transfers for Manchester City this morning, 9 a.m. He joined Southampton on loan. They've said they've got an obligation to buy the centre-back for a fee of up to £20 million should they get promoted back to the Premier League. It's all about if they get promoted to the Premier League as to whether that's made permanent or not. So that's interesting. That was ticked off. Next up, you've got Altay Bayindir joining Manchester United from Fenerbahce for a deal worth £4.3 million. He's a goalkeeper. I don't know if he's going to be their second or third choice at Manchester United. I know United sold Dean Henderson for a deal worth £15 million to Crystal Palace. Burnley's Somerville inquiry rejected by Leeds. So Burnley inquired over Somerville at Leeds United, which Leeds United have said not for sale, not happening. As Al Duhale closing in on a deal to sign Aston Villa's Philippe Coutinho. So Callum Hudson-Odoi arrived at 9:24 for his Nottingham Forest medical ahead of a move from Chelsea. Everton remain in talks with Leeds over Gnonto. Wolves in talks with Che Adams and Harrison Reed from Fulham. That's interesting, that. Wolves looking to try and do a bit of business, trying to spend that Mateus Nunes cash before we do end up passing the transfer deadline, which falls at 11 p.m. We've now got, less than 6 hours, 5.5 hours left of deadline day. 9:30 then, we had Cole Palmer leave Manchester City for £42.5 million. Takes Chelsea's owner spending over £1 billion, which is a serious amount of money. Crystal Palace in talk to try and sign Rob Holding from Liverpool. Thiago's, he's just so injury prone, isn't he? Has a setback for Liverpool as Gigi Wijnaldum closing in on joining Steven Gerrard in Saudi Arabia. Benfica's Paulo Bernardo has arrived in Glasgow ahead of a move to Celtic. Tom Cannon at Everton, he was on loan at Preston last season, set to sign for Leicester City. That's interesting. Sheffield United were closing on James McAtee loan. They've since made that official. Nuno Tavares poised to join Nottingham Forest on loan from Arsenal. Right, that seems to be all the gossip. We'll just go through what's been confirmed. So anything that's in yellow pretty much is either agreements found or confirmed transfers. So Manchester United have reached an agreement with Tottenham Hotspur over Sergio Reguilon. Interesting. Looking for a left back. Missed out on Mark Cucurella. That's interesting. Wolves signed Tommy Doyle, of course, from Manchester City. According to Sky Sports News, they're saying the deal is worth £4.3 million with an option to buy in the summer with a significant sell-on clause, which we've since had word is worth 50%. Tavares joins Nottingham Forest on loan from Arsenal. Leeds defender Cody Drammer has joined Birmingham City on loan. Alex Iwobi has undergone a medical at Fulham at 10 a.m. this morning. What else have we got? Bonucci leaves Juventus for Union Berlin. So Leonardo Bonucci's left Juventus after making 502 appearances for them and has joined Bundesliga side Union Berlin, who are, of course, in the Champions League this season. Tottenham have seen a £20 million bid rejected by Bournemouth for Lloyd Kelly, as Fulham submit a new bid for Pierre-Emile Højbjerg from Tottenham Hotspur. And then at 10:30 a.m., Manchester City completed the £53 million signing of Mateus Nunes from Wolverhampton Wanderers. I saw Man City put their tweet out, so I put my announcement video out at 10:26 a.m. City put their announcement video, or the little teaser anyway, at 10:25. So JSGC really was on it for that one. And moving on to the next transfer was confirmed. I can see lots of new posts and must be lots still happening, which is to be expected. It's very difficult to keep up with up to date on transfer deadline day. So Fulham agreed a £22 million for Alex Iwobi. Wow. Could we see Alex Iwobi tomorrow at the Etihad, potentially? We'll have to wait and see. So Fulham give permission for Paulina to fly to Bayern Munich ahead of a deal there. Manchester United send executives to Italy to negotiate the Amrabat deal. Brentford unlikely to land PSV's Johan Bakayoko. There we go, we got there. Spurs close to agreeing a £50 million deal for Nottingham Forest Brennan Johnson. 50 million? Surely not. That's a ludicrous amount of money. As Vlachodimos set for a medical at Nottingham Forest from Benfica. AC Milan in talks with Leicester City's Patson Daka. It was once upon a time linked with a move to Manchester City. As we're starting to get more up to date, we're heading towards the afternoon now. Aston Villa signed Barcelona defender Clement Lenglet on a season-long loan. Kind of came out of nowhere. Bayern still in talks with Chalobah. Look at that. Luton forward Admiral. What a name. Musqui set to join Exeter City on a season-long loan. Bit of the EFL deals there going on. Scott McTominay expected to stay at Manchester United. Alex Iwobi is now at the Fulham training ground ahead of a move there to undergo a medical. Bit of business there. Very busy for Sunderland. And Sunderland in talks over Patrick Roberts after placing a £5 million bid on Thursday. Ross Stewart undergoing a medical at Southampton in a £10 million deal. There's interest for Dan Neil from Burnley as well, but no contact has been made as of yet. A bit of incomings there for Sunderland, potentially as well. As Tom Cannon was speaking about that before, set to join Leicester City. So Johnny Evans is set to sign a one-year contract at Manchester United that's going to keep him there for the season. Is that due to registrations, homegrown? I don't really know. This is interesting. Liverpool reject an offer worth more than £100 million for Mo Salah from Saudi Arabia. So Liverpool rejected a verbal offer from the Saudi Pro League to try and sign Mohamed Salah, according to The Athletic. I've heard 150 million rather than £100 million. So we'll see what happens there. Look, yeah, rejected. Was worth £100 million, rising to £150 million from Al Ittihad from Saudi Arabia. Liverpool, and I know Jurgen Klopp, very unhappy that Saudi Arabia's transfer window going on an extra 3 weeks past the Premier League. They want to know where they stand with that transfer. I'd be very surprised if Mo Salah leaves, if I'm honest. Leon King set to stay at Rangers. Dunfermline close to signing Blackpool forward Owen Moffat. Liverpool won't be able to replace Mo Salah. That's why they're not going to sell him. It's an outstanding fee. Someone said, why would you not accept a ludicrous fee for a 31-year-old? Only Mbappe or Vinicius Jr. could replace Salah. Why would Mbappe or Vinicius Jr. go to Liverpool? And Salah has 2 years left on his deal. What does Mo Salah want to do? Imagine that. Imagine Mo Salah leaves. Imagine it just for one moment. Imagine Mo Salah leaves Liverpool today. That is serious. Matthew, thanks for tuning in. I'm just floating around what's on the Sky Sports, having a look what's happening. If there's anything from the EFL in there, I've covered a couple of deals there on the EFL, where I'm just kind of keeping up to date. I've not really been paying much attention today to transfers other than those involving my own club, Manchester City. So I'm just having a look at what's going on elsewhere. It's taken me a little bit of a while, but there we go. We're into the afternoon now, well into the afternoon, 17 minutes past 1. Ansu Fati joined Brighton and Hove Albion on loan from Barcelona. It's a cracking signing, I think, that. Bayern Munich did inquire about re-signing João Cancelo, which João Cancelo has since said no. Not happening. Callum Hudson-Odoi completes his Nottingham Forest medical ahead of a move there. Manchester United reach an agreement with Sofiane Amrabat, Moroccan international, to sign for Manchester United from Fiorentina. Keenan Davis currently undergoing a medical at Serie A side Udinese from Aston Villa. So Manchester United, their deal with Amrabat is a loan deal with a fee of 10 million euros and an option to buy for 25 million euros, which breaks down as an initial payment of 17.1 million pound plus 4.2 million pounds in performance-related add-ons. There's some ridiculous comments coming in about Mo Salah, 300 million pound for a 31-year-old with 2 years left on his deal. What's going on there? Peterborough rejects Swansea's bid for Ronnie Edwards. There you go, a bit of EFL dealings going on. Lukongo in talks with Luton. So Arsenal and Luton negotiating over midfielder Albert Sambi Lukonga, according to The Athletic. Wrexham has signed George Evans from Millwall. Oh, so that's interesting. Celtic reject Torino bid for Rocco Vata. 500k it's worth, that bid. PSG in negotiations with Randall Kolo Muani from Eintracht Frankfurt. Millwall have confirmed the signing of Ryan Longman from Hull on a season-long loan. A lot of deals will be loans today. It's just too short notice to get anything sorted that isn't a loan. Crystal Palace confirmed by manager Roy Hodgson interested in signing Rob Holding from Arsenal. According to Jacob Steinberg, Tottenham have agreed to pay Nottingham Forest £45 million to acquire the service of Brennan Johnson, according to The Guardian. Origi is still a target for Burnley. Swansea agreed to loan Bournemouth forward Jamal Lowe. That's a good signing, that, for Swansea. Sunderland aiming to sign PSG's Timothy Pembele. Okay. Blackburn trying to sign Borussia Mönchengladbach's. Oh, sorry, they've signed him. But Blackburn signed Borussia Mönchengladbach striker Semir Telilovic. Interesting. Al Ittihad not giving up on Mo Salah just yet. Manchester United's Alvaro Fernandez is set to sign a 1-year loan deal with La Liga outfit Granada. Interesting. He spent last season out on loan at Preston North End. Paul Mercer reckons 200 million's enough for Mo Salah to leave. Is that going to happen? What do you guys reckon? Do you reckon Mo Salah's leaving today? What do you guys reckon? The meltdown from the Liverpool fans would be unreal. It'd certainly make transfer deadline day between now and 11 p.m.'s deadline very interesting and pretty funny. Everton striker Neil Maupay looking like he's set to join Brentford on loan. There you go. Spurs have agreed that £45 million deal with Nottingham Forest for Brennan Johnson. Elliot Embleton is travelling to Derby to sign a season-long loan from Sunderland. Danny Bath's also in talk over a move to Cardiff City, but nothing's agreed yet. As Nottingham Forest are on the brink of signing Ibrahim Sangaré from PSV Eindhoven for a deal worth £29.9 million. Wow! Nottingham Forest splashing the cash, £30 million. Australia manager Graham Arnold has ruled himself out as a candidate for the new Hibernian job, the vacant manager's job there. Brentford close to a loan deal for Neil Maupay. Sunderland are very busy today. Sunderland finalising a loan deal for Chelsea forward Mason Burstow. AC Milan had been after his services. Beitar Jerusalem signed for Celtic. Beitar Jerusalem have signed Celtic midfielder Ismail Assoro on a 2-year deal with an option of a 3rd year. Goes to Israel. Ross Stewart's completed his Southampton medical end of a £10 million move from Sunderland. Sunderland seem to be the big, heavy grafters here on transfer deadline day, getting plenty of business done. Wolves attempting to sign Boulaye Dia from Salernitana in Serie A. Chelsea's Ian Maatson set to join Burnley on loan. Chelsea want an obligation to buy worth £31.5 million. To be fair, Chelsea have that many players and that many young players. Yeah, it's always going to be a lot of business involving Chelsea. Here's an unusual one. Andy Carroll signed for Ligue 2 side Armine in France. Interesting. Big Andy Carroll there. Caleb Chukwuemeka is set to become a free agent. Wonder where he's off to. We know that Bayern Munich are interested in João Cancelo, but it's not going to happen. Al Ittihad thinks Salah's Saudi Arabian move is inevitable. Interesting. Crystal Palace have since agreed a deal to sign Rob Holding. James McAtee, we had confirmation of that at 3:40 p.m. now 2 hours ago, that he joined Sheffield United on loan. Interesting move that for the Saudi Pro League. It really is. Mo Salah signing for them. I know they've brought Neymar in, and I know they've got Karim Benzema, and they've got lots of big high-profile names already there in the league. But prizing a player who doesn't want to leave away from one of the biggest teams in the biggest leagues is a massive bit of business. As Wolves are unlikely to land Che Adams from Southampton. Things can change, though. As Al Ittihad prepared to offer up to £200 million for Mo Salah. It reminds me a lot of when who was it that came calling? Was it Real Madrid came calling for Kylian Mbappe one time when they were willing to pay £100 million, and then they came in with a bid like 120, and then like 3 hours later said we're prepared to pay 170, and went in with another bid of like £180 million, and nothing ever materialised. That's what that Mo Salah transfer reminds me of. Really does. Nottingham Forest have arranged for Ibrahim Sangaré to have his medical in London later today, after agreeing a £30 million deal with PSV Eindhoven. As Sergio Reguilon did sign for Manchester United. Jamal Lowe signed for Swansea on loan from Bournemouth. I think that's a really good signing for Swansea in the Championship. I really do. And Cuckoo has traded Saint-Etienne for Eintracht Frankfurt, signing on a 5-year deal. Inverness CT have signed Morgan Boys from Livingston on loan until the end of the season. AFC Wimbledon, they've signed Charlie Lakin from Burton at Burton Albion. Tanganga's joined Augsburg on loan from Spurs. Barabia's joined Frosinone in Serie A in Italy. Sunderland have announced the signing of Mason Burstow on a season-long loan from Chelsea. Wolves agree a deal in principle for Bellegarde from Strasbourg. Crystal Palace are now closing in on a £4 million signing of Rob Holding. Maitson leaning towards staying at Chelsea rather than going to Burnley, which they included a deal that was going to be worth £31.5 million. I'm not sure if Chelsea will be too happy about that. Maybe don't want to trade London for Burnley. Bournemouth keen on Leeds' Sinistera. Owen Moffat has joined Dunfermline on loan from Blackpool. Tangay and Dombele still attracting interest from Galatasaray in Istanbul in Turkey. Leicester midfielder Booth joins FC Volendam on loan. Nottingham Forest have signed Nicolas Dominguez from Bologna in Italy. Where are we up to? Just skipped ahead for some strange reason. There we go. So Nottingham Forest were just covered. So Michael Carrick of Middlesbrough, their manager, has announced the signing of Alex Bangura from Cambuur in the Netherlands. Fabrizio Romano said that João Palhinha at Fulham completed round 2 of his medical test today, took pictures in his Bayern Munich shirt, but the deal's currently collapsing, which could have serious repercussions on Liverpool's attempts to sign Ryan Gravenberch from Bayern Munich. Some domino effects going on there. That's interesting. One to keep an eye on. Birmingham's George Hall has signed a new 3-year deal at Birmingham City. Rangers boss Michael Beale not expecting Rangers to do any business today. Got my eyes on Celtic and Rangers for a vlog for the JSGC football channel. Going to be doing a vlog of Man City's match against Fulham tomorrow, actually, over on there. If you want to go and check it out, the links and details are in the description. Keenan Davis has completed a permanent transfer to Udinese from Aston Villa. Johnny Evans has now signed his 1-year contract at Manchester United, signing for them on a short-term deal. I think we're just up to here. So Cheltenham Town have announced the signing of Nathan Butler Oyedeji from Arsenal's academy on loan. So João Palhinha is going to stay at Fulham this summer, so he should be good to go potentially tomorrow for Fulham's match away at City. His move to Bayern Munich is off. The cottagers, battled hard to keep the player, and he's someone that they value highly. That's despite a big bid coming in from Bayern Munich. No replacement for the Portuguese could be done in time. However, the breakdown of Palhinha does not impact Ryan Gravenberch's move to Liverpool, as neither deal was dependent on the other going through. Everything is progressing as planned on Gravenberch going to Liverpool from Bayern Munich. Manchester City, some news from us. Man City striker Slobodan Tedic he's close to finalising a loan move to Charlton Athletic. A little exclusive 18 minutes ago. Trevor Chalobah's proposed move to Bayern Munich is now off after the German transfer window closed. There you go. So a few deals collapsing there involving Bayern Munich, not getting the business done that they wanted to get done, leaving things too late for the German champions. Nottingham Forest have now inquired about Trevor Chalobah instead. However, a deal not currently progressing. We've just covered Johnny Evans signing a one-year deal at Manchester United. We've spoken about Ansu Fati signing for Brighton on loan from Barcelona. Lewis Macari has joined Notts County on loan today from Stoke City as of 7 minutes ago. And currently, 4 minutes ago, Sofyan Amrabat is currently undergoing his Manchester United medical in Italy ahead of a move there. Right, I'm just going to refresh the page and see if there's any more details on that. I just realised some of the ads, so I do apologise for some of the ads there for you guys. Thank you very much to MCFR. I will enjoy the game tomorrow. Looking forward to that. There you go. Nottingham Forest agree a Hudson-Odoi deal just now. Callum Hudson-Odoi has completed. A full agreement is now in place for him to complete a move to Chelsea from Nottingham Forest in a deal that is expected to be announced very soon. There's the latest on transfer deadline day. MCFR is going to be a special vlog for you guys to look forward to. So looking forward to that one. I will have that out more than likely Sunday rather than tomorrow, but looking forward to it nonetheless. So yeah, that's all the happenings around there in the transfer market as of right now. There's still just over 5 hours remaining of the transfer window. It will slam shut 11 p.m. BST today for English teams to get their transfers sorted. Manchester City seeing Slobodan Tedic set to leave. The big question now is what's going to happen with João Cancelo. MCFR, I can confirm it's not in hospitality. Just going to be a special video. I wish it was. I love doing my hospitality. I love when I visited Tunnel Club. It was brilliant. And MCFR, there you go, nearly on 1,000 subscribers now. Nearly part of the YouTube partner program as well. Love that one. Love to see it. Really do love to see it. Congratulations. All the work's yours. It's yours to enjoy. I remember when I hit 1,000 subscribers, it was a very special day. Very special day. One of my biggest and proudest moments here whilst I've been on YouTube. So love that. Very special day for you when the 1K comes. Soon come. Could be very soon. You never know. That's the joy of the YouTube game. So there we go. That has been the little live stream discussing all the transfers out there on transfer deadline day. I do want to thank each and every one of you guys for the continued support. Thank you to everybody for tuning in. It is much appreciated. Don't forget, if you are enjoying the content, please do leave a thumbs up. That would be great. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you are new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Social media links, they're in the description below. If you want to go and check out my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok link, email also in the description too. If you want to go and check that out, that would be much appreciated. Yeah, don't really think there's anything else left. If you've got any your thoughts, leave them in the comments below or in the live chat. Kashchi, thanks for tuning in. I've seen that one. João Cancelo, it's in doubt. That transfer is very much in doubt. When it comes to Barcelona, they're in a mess. They're in just as much of a mess as what Bayern Munich are. They've struggled to get deals done today. Barcelona are going to struggle to get deals done. And just coincidentally, Eric Garcia, former City man, may just be stopping João Cancelo going there. And if that doesn't happen, City do have to seriously contemplate trying to get him to Saudi Arabia. Because if not, we're going to be paying a player to literally be sat at home doing nothing unless you want to bring him back to Manchester City, which, considering he's done pre-season here, then not had a look in, and Pep Guardiola doesn't seem to like him, I don't know what's going to happen. That's the big question left of this window involving Manchester City. MTFR just 37 subs away. Go and check him out if you haven't done so already. That'd be much appreciated. Just 37 away from the big 1-0-0-0. There we go. Right, thank you everybody for tuning in. Much appreciated. I'll see you all again real soon. The next time you see me, the transfer window will have slammed shut. It will be tomorrow morning. I will have my daily Manchester City transfer update coming out for you guys. There'll be lots of news still filtering through well after deadline day, so we will still have some stuff to discuss for you guys. We've still got plenty of transfer content that will go on, I reckon, for at least the coming 3-4 days, potentially even for the next week or so. And as I said, we will have my transfer show final episode out next week for you guys to look forward to, where we'll discuss all the happenings and roundup of this transfer window. But as far as this window remaining open, next time you see me, it no longer will, unless something really dramatic does happen between now and 11 p.m, in which case I'll have to probably do an emergency video or an emergency live stream, which I'm not expecting that to happen. But one last time, the summer's long, anything can happen. We'll wait and see. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now. Thank you everybody for watching.